in a poor district of a large German city. 2 years into World War II, lived Tom with his parents, Maria and Ludwig, and his younger sister Lisa. It was a hard time, filled with fear, death, and hunger. One winter evening, with a snowstorm raging outside, the Hermig family sat at the dinner table. Christmas was only a week away, but the parents looked sadly at their children. Finally, Mother spoke. "Tom, you are 10, and Lisa is 7. You're old enough to understand hardship." She paused, taking a sip of hot coffee. "Last year was manageable, but this year is much harder. We don't have money for Christmas presents. All our money goes to food. We hope you understand." Tom remembered the joy of past Christmases: a toy car, colored pencils, a construction set. And now, nothing. Sadness washed over him, but seeing the pain in his parents' eyes, he realized their struggle. Pushing aside his own disappointment, he said, "Lisa and I are big enough. We can do without presents." His parents sighed with relief, though their heartache was plain to see. Later that night, after the children were in bed, Maria and Ludwig talked for a long time. Before sleeping, Ludwig knelt and prayed, "Father, thank you for our daily bread and for protecting us from the bombs. We ask that this Christmas may still be a blessing for our children, even without presents." On Christmas Eve, the family gathered by the fireplace. Father read the story of Jesus' birth aloud. Tom listened, thinking that Jesus probably didn't have an easy life either. Yet, he became a bright light in the darkness. A thought sparked in Tom's mind: he could also be a light in this dark night. After singing carols, they sat down to a humble meal. Mother solemnly placed a plate of fragrant, freshly baked buns on the table. Just then, the telephone rang. It was Father's sister, Nellie. Her voice, crackling through the line, was frantic. "Ludwig, our father is dying. Come quickly." The parents hurriedly dressed. "We'll have dinner together when we return," they said, rushing out into the cold night. The children were left alone in the sudden silence. Tom remembered the thought he had earlier. "Lisa, let's be a light," he said. He grabbed a small bag and started putting the precious buns into it. Lisa almost protested. She knew how hard their mother had worked to bake them. But seeing her brother's determination, she said nothing. Instead, she got another bag and helped him. Warmly dressed, they slipped out into the dark, snowy evening. Thankfully, the air raid siren was silent. After a 15-minute walk, they reached the bridge where the homeless people took shelter. Emaciated figures, wrapped in rags, huddled together against the biting cold. Lisa shuddered, but Tom took her hand, and together, they began to hand out the warm buns. Their hearts filled with a strange warmth, the children ran home happily through the snowy streets, their bags now empty. Meanwhile, Ludwig and Maria stood by the bedside of their dying father. His eyes shone with a peaceful light. "Remain in God's love," he whispered, his last words before he passed into eternity. When the parents returned home, they found only 4 buns left on the plate. "Your grandfather has died," Father said quietly. "We are hungry. It was so difficult to get the flour for these buns." "Did you really eat almost all of them?" Tom took a deep breath. "Dad, I didn't mean to do anything wrong. I just wanted to be a light like Jesus." Lisa and I gave the buns to the homeless people under the bridge. Silence filled the room. Then, Mother's voice, soft and full of emotion, broke the stillness. "Tom, you understood the true meaning of Christmas." With tears in her eyes, she hugged her son tightly. "Next time, we'll go together," Father added, his voice thick with pride. "But it's too dangerous for you children to be out alone so late during the war." Lisa hugged her parents. "Dad," she said quietly, "your prayer was answered." Holding her family close, Mother said, "With God's help, We will survive this war in the heart of a dark, cold winter. Thank you for watching.